Now starting off with number 7. At number 7 is Lenovo P2. This phone is one of the great phones which didn't get that much hype in the market due to the launch of newly budget flagship phones by Lenovo. Anyways, let me tell you guys that this one is the only phone under 15,000 price bracket which has 5.5-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage, and this one is powered by 2 GHz Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset. And not only this phone also has got massive 5100 mAh powered battery with fast charging capability. And as far as the camera is concerned, this one has a nice 13 megapixel f2.0 aperture primary camera which can shoot up to 4K resolution at 30 fps, and the 5 megapixel f2.2 aperture selfie camera. This phone has hybrid dual SIM card tray and it can be expandable up to 256GB, which is a great thing. And as far as the sensors are concerned, this one has all major sensors including fingerprint sensor, gyroscope and e-compass as well. So if you are looking for a beast that has massive battery and beautiful Super AMOLED display with a decent kind of camera, then this one really would be a great option. And the next phone in our list is from Asus, that is the Asus Zenfone 3. This one was launched at a price of 23,000 rupees, which was quite overpriced, and then price came down to 13,999 with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage, and the second variant of 4GB and 64GB of internal storage at a price of 16,999. And this phone secures its position in the list because of its camera and overall performance. Here the back camera of the Asus Zenfone 3 is 16 megapixel with laser autofocusing system as well as the optical image stabilization, which makes it unique at this price segment. Here the display of the phone is 5.5-inch Full HD resolution with Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection, and the display of the phone is bright enough for great outdoor visibility. And as far as the processor is concerned, it has Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset clocked at 2 GHz, which is similar to that of Moto G5s Plus with similar GPU of Adreno 506. Here the phone is also capable of recording at 4K resolution at 30 fps, and the front camera is 8 megapixel with f2.0 aperture. Here you also get USB Type-C port, which is a great thing at this price segment. Here this phone is also equipped with all major sensors such as e-compass, gyroscope and fingerprint sensor. Now at number 5 is Honor 8 Lite. Here the price of the phone is 14,700 rupees. The phone comes with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. The display of the phone is 5.2-inch Full HD display with 2.5D curved edges. It has the 8 megapixel selfie camera. Here the back camera in this phone is 12 megapixel sensor with 1.25 micron pixel size and a single LED flash. It does have face detection autofocus, and you do get the Pro mode in the camera as well. And as far as the processor is concerned, it has the same processor as Honor 6X, and this is Kirin 655 octa-core chipset. The battery in the phone is 3000 mAh which easily lasts for a whole day. And at this price segment, this phone turns out to be the best in design aspects, and its all glass back panel stands out, and at the same time it is prone to breakage as well. So it's a great phone to consider for beautiful design and as well as the decent overall performance. Now the fourth phone in our list is from Xiaomi, the Redmi Note 4, and this phone comes in 3 different variants, and here the top variant comes at a price of 12,999 with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. Here the Redmi Note 4 was one of the most largest selling smartphone in India because of its excellent performance, dynamic display quality, unibody metal design and great battery backup of huge 4100 mAh. This phone does handle all types of graphic intensive game because of its Snapdragon octa-core 625 chipset, and you also do get 5.5-inch Full HD sharp display, which is also great for multimedia lovers. The only downside of the phone is the average camera performance, but overall considering the price of the phone, you get an amazing all-rounder phone which never disappoints you when it comes to day-to-day use. Now at number 3 is from Huawei, that is the Honor 9i. Now for this phone you may need to chip off some more extra money, but the amount you would spend on this phone won't be disappointing. This phone comes with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage, which can be expandable up to 128GB. It is powered by the latest Huawei's Kirin chipset clocked at 2.3 GHz. Here the best part of the phone which makes it very unique is its design and the 4 cameras. Now as far as the design is concerned, this one has a great 5.9-inch Full HD Plus display, that is 18:9 display with the resolution of 1080 by 2160 with full view IPS screen with very minimum bezels, giving out a great design and very comfortable to hold in hands. This one has a dual back camera setup with a combination of 16 megapixel and 2 megapixel sensor. Here the 2 megapixel sensor is for depth sensing in order to separate the subject and the background to some extent in portrait and wide aperture mode. And the similar thing is happening on the front as well with 13 megapixel and 2 megapixel combination cameras with dual LED flash on both rear and front. This one also has 3340 mAh battery which easily lasts for a whole day, and this phone is equipped with all major sensors including fingerprint sensor but lacks gyroscope. Here the operating system you get in this phone is Android Nougat out of the box, and so overall it's a nice phone to consider if you are looking for a great phone with 18:9 display and a full view screen. And now the second phone in our list is from Xiaomi, that is the Mi A1. Now the Xiaomi launched this one at a price of 14,999 as Android One smartphone, which means it will get all latest updates and security patches earliest to this device. This one also gave a tough competition to the existing phone, that is Moto G5 S Plus, and many buyers out there are confused between this one and the Moto G5 S Plus. Now in comparing with Moto G5 S Plus, this one has a similar hardware configuration as the Moto G5 S Plus with the same 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage with the same Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset. Now this one has a very nice design and build as compared to the Moto G5 S Plus. Here the camera on this one is the combination of 12 megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture and the telephoto lens with f2.6 aperture, which really does a great job in daylight conditions by giving amazing bokeh effect, but really struggles in low light, giving out grainy pictures by bumping up the ISO, which is not in the case of Moto G5 S Plus, whereas there is an absence of any sort of image stabilization in this one, and there is no fast charging capability on this one. But overall, if you see this phone, it is a nice phone to get an amazing Android One experience of stock Android OS with latest Android updates as well, with a great sleek design. And now the best budget phone is secured by the phone from Motorola, that is the Moto G5 S Plus, with a price tag of 15,999 with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage with Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset. This phone secures number 1 position by the time of its launch and also received the maximum votes in my last video poll of best recommended phones. This phone is the special edition of Moto G5 Plus with similar hardware and software configuration, and this one came up with a little improvement with 13 megapixel dual camera setup with aperture of f2.0 with dual tone LED flash on both the sides and little bumped up screen to 5.5 inch Full HD with Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. And this one is all-rounder phone in terms of performance, design and great stock Android UI. And the best part of the phone is the camera quality, which is the best among all in this price segment. It can shoot at 4K at 30 fps and 1080p at 60 fps with great electronic image stabilization, which works flawlessly, and the dual camera setup at the back also works really well to give you an amazing portrait shot as well, and the camera also does a great job even in low light condition. Now this phone also has all major sensors including gyroscope and fingerprint sensor but lacks e-compass. So overall this one deserves number 1 position at this price segment of 15 to 16,000 rupees. Now guys, these were the best budget phone of this month, and all links to the phone are given in the description below. Smash the like button if you like this video and press the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, and also hit the bell icon to get notified for my next video. This is me Divyakant Thaledi, and I'll catch you all in the next one.